about two of the greatest tactics that I believe the devil uses. Stop answering the phone, isolation, and respond to the text message, and separation. Stay connected to your support system. Now, some of you do understand what I'm talking about because honestly, you might be feeling a little homesick already. Then others of you are probably like, Jasmine, what are you even talking about? I mean, I'm out here meeting new people. We out here kicking it. I'm on the social scene. College is life. The last thing I'm feeling is isolated and separated. And again, I go back to my original statement, which is I believe that these two tactics are some of the greatest tactics that the enemy uses. Number one, because they show up at the most unexpected times. And number two, you'd even surprise yourself by some of the decisions you make during those moments where you feel isolated and or separated. You see, we always think about isolation and being separated in a physical sense. So as long as we were physically surrounded by people, then we were good. But here's the catch. The devil don't care how many people you roll with. All that does is give you a false sense of security. The devil is in the mind game business. And who lives in your mind but you? Nobody. This is his point of isolation. See, I always believed that the Adam and Eve story went like this. The serpent cornered Eve by herself, convinced her to eat the fruit, and then Eve took the fruit to Adam, who was somewhere else. But now when I went back and reread it, Genesis chapter 3 verse 6 makes it very clear that Adam was with her. It says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Now, why ain't nobody say nothing? Because Satan had already isolated Eve in her mind. You know, when you at the party or you at the club, well, maybe I don't know about the parties and the clubs yet, but just keep living. It's music, everybody dancing, it's live, and your whole focus is on how you gonna corner that one girl to get her number. Are you trying to figure out how you can dance your way around to the other side of the party to get that one guy's attention? It's the same tactic. It's isolation in your mind. See, Satan had gotten Eve so isolated that of all the trees in the garden, he got her to focus on that one tree. And then she became obsessed with the fruit off of that one tree. And then all he needed her to do was to take one action, which was eat the fruit off that one tree. And it's from that isolation that the separation became automatic. See, here's where you got to be careful. Because out of all the people on your college campus or all the people at the party, if Satan can get you to focus on one person, and then you become obsessed with that one person, all it takes is one action with that one person, and you have messed up. Or maybe it's not even about a person. Maybe if Satan can get you so focused on, I got to make straight A's, I got to maintain a 3.0, I got to make the dean's list. You become so obsessed with that you'd be willing to cheat in order to get it. You've got to be careful about isolation in your mind, and you need to know that there is a difference between being independent and being isolated. You see, independence does not require that you give up your support system. Adam and Eve were very much independent people, and God was still there walking and talking with them every day as their support. But now once Satan was able to isolate Eve in her mind, she stopped talking to Adam, who was with her. She stopped talking to God, who was with her. It was like she stopped answering the phone. She didn't respond to the text message. She didn't find a church home. She was defensive when people were asking, well, how is school going? That's when you find yourself in trouble. And that's where you've got to be careful, because then you, my friend, are in isolation. And that, my friend, is a trick of the devil. So now take down this scripture. If you don't already know it, commit it to memory, hang it on your wall, whatever you need to do. But take this with you. And that's Romans 12:2. And it says, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and a perfect will of God. You cannot know and be assured of God's purpose and plan for your life, and especially in this season that you were in college, if you were constantly caught up in the mind games of the enemy. Stay connected. Don't leave your support system, because that is the first sign that you are in isolation. There's nothing wrong with you getting your independence, but hold on to the support which God has built up around you over the last 12 years. Know that we love you back at home. We thinking about you. We praying for you. This has been just a quick message. Well, maybe not so quick. Quick message for you. Those of you that are still trying to find your church home, or you just trying to get adjusted to college life, just want to keep a little Jesus in your spirit. I am Jasmine Chambers, and I'll see you next time.